Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to E&W Farms. Today we're going to be trying to get 3020 started. So this is I don't remember what year it is, it's mid-60s 3020 that I've had for a couple of years. This was kind of the first antique tractor that I bought, and for years I would fluff hay with it a little bit here and there. It is tricycle front end, so it's narrow front, and so that's a little different. You got to be careful. If you get on hill or something, it'll turn over pretty easy. So that it's always kind of limited what I used it for. But it's been parked about 4 years, 5 years here in the barn, and we're going to need something to run the hammer mill with this summer while we're in the hay fields. So we're going to pull the 4230 off of it. So we're going to start by trying to get this guy started back up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check oil and fuel levels. Roll these wheels out of the way, and we got to put some air in some tires and stuff. So I'm just going to kind of turn you on, and you can just watch what's going on. Almost a full tank of fuel still in it. Low. Okay, so everything fluid-wise checks out. I did have battery maintainers, tender chargers on it. One of them is showing the green light. Okay, so I bet she may be locked now. I bet we don't have to pull it right now. All right, guys, so we're back to working on the 3020. So a little bit has developed from the other day from whenever I first started shooting this video. So the last clip you're gonna see is me doing some diagnostics. I actually broke out a test light because I didn't have a multimeter with me. I had might have fried my old multimeter. If you use a multimeter, you understand how that goes sometimes. They're cheap for a reason. Sometimes the expensive ones have a fuse in them. I might have not have been doing something I should not been doing with one of mine that was not fused, so it fried it. Turns the screen all kind of funny blue colors. But I picked a new multimeter up the other night, and it's hard to keep a high dollar multimeter on service truck just because out here in the fields you're going to run the risk of running it over. So I bought me a new multimeter. Come back in here yesterday. And went back to work on this tractor because I'd like to get it out of here, get it on the mill. So what I figured out is remember the other day when we started the video, we figured out that one of the battery maintainer chargers that we had on this tractor had not been charging like it was supposed to have had. Something happened to it, went bad, whatever. They were $10, so can't really complain about that. So after I got a multimeter in here, you remember too, we had lights. So the way this tractor works is it cranks on 24 volts, it powers lights and all accessories on 12 volts. So therefore, one of the batteries, the battery that was on the maintainer was still charging, had actually maintained that battery enough that it was carrying the load for the 12-volt lights. The battery on the left-hand side underneath the platform actually had 1.5 volts in it. So it was junk. And I had actually charged it. And so it still didn't have any amps left in it. So it was just a junk battery. So I took it off, got a brand new one. $160 later, we got a battery for the tractor. So we're going to slap it in the battery box, put the battery box back on the tractor, wire everything back up, hit the key, and see what we've got. So hopefully this takes care of our issue and we get this old girl fired up and get her out here on the mill. That way we bring the 4230 in, go ahead and drop the load shafts and stuff out of it and get it ready. So just a quick update. All right, so we got our battery loaded in the battery box here. I actually had to take it out and turn it around because the positive needed to be on the back for the chassis ground. So we got to deal with the stupid battery box design again. All right, so we're going. Oh yeah. Something this fast. We don't have any fuel because we don't have any smoke. All right, so that's got us back up and running. You see I turned the wheels, everything moved there. This tractor has 4,770 something hours on it. It's pretty much all the original. It's been repainted, touched up here and there a little bit. But like I said, my plan is to put it on the hammer mill and run it so we can offload feed. And it's just going to be used for that kind of stuff to relieve the 4230. So, thanks for stopping in at EW Farms. Just one of those fun projects wanted to get done. Thought I'd include y'all, let you see. 5 years worth of sitting here in the barn. Of course, the exhaust was covered. It's in here where the barn went leaking at. So we fired her up. We're ready to go back to work with her. It just goes to show you this old school iron, it's not. If you keep it dry and you keep it in good shape, you can tuck it away and pull it back out and bring her back to work. I guarantee you wouldn't ever get new stuff to do that. So, good cheap tractor. We're going to get the barn cleaned out. I've got the grapple and several things in the way in here. We'll get this guy out, get it swapped out with the 4230. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked the video, and we'll catch you in our next video.